Hold on, I gotta see if y'all. What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. I hope y'all can hear me. Let me y'all, we at 4K. Hold on, y'all, cause I gotta get in the chat. Hold on. What's going on, y'all? Hold on. Y'all know it take me a minute. Hold on. Yeah, thank y'all. I still ain't got in yet. But hold on. I do see it, and I do see some happy faces in there, some laughy faces. Hold on, family. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, family. Okay, family, I'm back. I'm giving some people some time to get in too. Giving some people some time to get in. I'm logging in the chat now, y'all. Y'all know I'm slow. I was trying to be on time. Man. I'm sending it to some more people too, family. Hold on. What's going on? I miss y'all. Oh. Okay. I think that's it. Then I can go into the chat. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in there now. Wait a minute. Oh, the commercial. Hold on. I was gonna say I'm sitting in the living room. I seen the commercial come up. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me skip that. All right. Kendall R, Hunter Green. Shout out to the hottest moderators on YouTube. Thank y'all so much. Susie, what's going on, girl? Hi, Cafe, waiting on your entrance. I'm here. Hannah, hello all. Okay, thank y'all. Yes, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Rivka Omega, what's up? Beautiful. How y'all doing? The beautiful chat in the house. Yes. Nee Morris, hello. Hello. How's everybody Sunday? Worthy one, hello. How you doing as well? Enterprise Ivory, love that glam hat. God, thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Yeah, you know we had to do it like that today. Thank y'all so much for the 4K. I can't tell y'all how much I appreciate it. I know it's Sunday and I know it got a lot of football and all that stuff going on, honey. So, you know, we picked a Sunday. It's a lot of people that's into football. I just got through watching the Saints. They got whooped. But anyway, who that? But yeah, I know that it's going to be a lot of people watching football and everything else. So they ain't going to be able to get in like that. But hey, we going to rock on, rock on, rock on. Rivka. I am on. Rivka says she on time, sister. Yes, you are. All y'all on time. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Thank y'all once again for the 4K. Y'all just don't know how much that means to me and the Knowledge family and the Knowledge crew and the Knowledge team, everybody. That we just want to tell y'all thank y'all so much for the 4K. And I know we're a little bit late on basically celebrating the 4K, but hey, is we here, we doing it. So today, y'all, I did want to talk about Tupac, the arrest that was made in you know, his demise, and then talk about Shanquella a little bit. Then we're gonna talk about Tamia Taylor because I want to talk more about her, and then we'll touch on Dominique Lomax as well. So we got those three, you know, all those topics, and then after that, after I do my little commentary or whatever, then we'll start with the phone calls, and people could call in and share their thoughts, and you know, just congratulate us for the 4K and all that good stuff. So let me see who else is in the house. Purple Sex. What's going on? Denitra Jones, hello, hello. Oh yeah, Kenneth Fields, how you doing? Hello, long time no see. I'm so glad you in here, Kenneth. I'm so glad you in here. Hello, I'm so glad all of y'all are in here. Thank y'all so much, so much. But I do want to touch on that with Tupac. So as you know, this is by me talking about Tupac. This is nothing new because I did Trouble, the rapper Trouble. I did Takeoff. I've done Offset. I've done Quavo. I've done Gunna. I've done a lot. So for the older subscribers, they kind of know that I do touch on kind of celebrities and rappers along with getting justice for the ones who need justice, you know. So we do that. What's going on? Who is that right there? Yeah, all right. Rivka, thank you so much for the donations. Congratulations. Rivka said, congratulations, beautiful sister. Cafe of Knowledge on 4K. Cheers. Cheers. Thank y'all. Cheers. Cheers. Thank you so much for the donation, Rivka. Thank you. But yeah, so that's what I do. So this is nothing new, you know, that I'm touching on Tupac because I have touched, and I think I'm missing some names here because I know I did. I wrote it down. I said that I did Gunna. Oh, I did PMB Rock. I did Boosie. I did Kodak Black as well, and I did a lot. So this not, it's not like I'm just picking Tupac thing out the air and talking about it. I talk about all of them and I mix it into getting justice for people. If it's something big that needs to be talked about, So, I have some notes on that. Thank you, Enterprise Ivory. Thank you, Roxy 3. Thank you so much. Hello, how y'all doing? Jazzy, what's going on? PM Channel. How you doing, PM Channel? All of y'all. Okay, so let me get right down to it because I had some notes, family, and I had a lot of I had a lot of notes today because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything. And once I finished like one subject, and then I read the chat a little bit, then I go to the next subject, then I read the chat a little bit, and then I do it like that. Then we'll do the call-ins for everybody to call in if they like, But appreciate it, y'all. I'll tell you, y'all the hottest chat, the hottest knowledge family group, whatever. But let me tell you, it was 27 years ago, right? That Tupac was taken away from the rap industry, right? And from us all. And 27 years later, they arrested Keefe D, right? Keefe D. And let me say it like this. I think that they arrested him 27 years later because I think he was talking a little bit too much. That's just my opinion. It's just allegedly because allegedly around 2009, family, listen to this. The police in Keefe D made it's called a proffer. Okay, now understand this. It's called a proffer agreement. You got a proffer agreement, and then you got immunity. Okay, and some people get those two mixed up. Okay, so the proffer agreement, it was like you tell everything that you know, right? And this is allegedly what they said. He told what he knew about a lot of things, right? Including Tupac's deletion, right? But I think he got that mixed up with immunity because he had a meeting with the FBI police department or whatever, and he told what he know about other things and about Tupac thing, right? So in that offer of agreement, it does have that, they won't bother you, anything like that, as long as you telling them the truth, right? They're not gonna mess with you as long as you tell them the truth. But it's a fine print in there that you need to kind of read on both the immunity and the proffer. Okay, you got to you got to really read those things because in a proffer agreement, you can't be charged, like that person can't be charged with the criminal activity during the omission of guilt. Now, let me show y'all what I'm talking about on that, okay? Because I think I can explain it a little bit better after I show y'all this right here. And I hope y'all can see it. If not, I'm going to read it to y'all, okay? I'm going to read it to y'all anyway, but hopefully y'all can see it, okay? Okay. Hopefully y'all can see it. I don't know if y'all can see it. Hold on. I'm finna but it says, can y'all kind of see that? I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Y'all probably can't. But anyway, it says a proffer, okay? It says it is not a promise of absolute immunity or a plea deal, but an agreement between the defendant and the government for a certain level of use immunity. A proffer agreement is often a door to make someone a cooperating defendant who may be eligible for favorable, less severe sentences recommended. Okay? Now, listen to the proffer agreement. It's called a Queen's Day. Okay? It allowed people to tell law enforcement everything they know related to a criminal investigation, with the assurance that the government will not use their words against them in any later proceedings other than limited circumstances. Listen to that last one. Other than Pacific limited circumstances. Okay? So, and then let y'all do immunity. Immunity listen to the two differences. Immunity is an agreement or contract between government and witness. The witness give information and testimony, and the government promise not to prosecute. Okay, so you got two different things there, because a lot of people say, well, they thought that Keefe had immunity. He probably did, but it was up under the proffer agreement, not immunity agreement. And that's my opinion how I'm looking at it, because the way they got him. The proffer agreement is that you tell them a little bit of things that you know, and then you would tell them about some crimes you know, as long as they don't come and mess with you or they give you a favorable deal or whatever. Okay, now it could have been, okay, he won't get charged for nothing that he said inside of that proffer agreement, right? But you have to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth, family. You can't say, for example, you be up under that proffer agreement and you say, yeah, I know about this, and I know about this person got deleted, and I was in the car with him, and I'm just giving y'all an example now, and I was in the car with him, and he just picked up the gun, and then he just started letting loose, right? That's what you say up under that proffer agreement, right? But the only thing about it is you have to be telling the truth, because if it come out later that the story done changed, they can come after. Okay? That's not the immunity agreement. Okay? So, say years down the line, I changed the story and I say, I'm doing interviews and I'm writing a book and I'm doing all that. And I say, yeah, I was there when that deletion happened. And shoot, I made a phone call to get this. And then when I got this, I handed it to old boy and he let loose. Now I'm saying I made some phone calls, like I organized it, and then I handed the gun to that person, and then that person let loose. But up under that proffer agreement, I didn't say that. So then they can start back looking into me. So I think most likely that's what happened with Keefe. That he did that, and let me look at y'all chat. I think that's basically what he did. I think he got both of them mixed up, and he felt like he was under immunity, and he started talking too much, and he started doing interviews on different interview shows and things like that, and he started telling things, but it wasn't exactly like he said in that proffer agreement. And then you have to look at the agreement he had was in LA. It wasn't in Las Vegas, because Las Vegas is where Tupac demise was, in Vegas. Those are two different states, you know. So you can get picked back up like that. Somebody else said something. Okay, y'all just hollering at each other. Okay, so I think he most likely thought he had immunity, and he didn't, for real. I just think that's what it was. But I'm just glad that 27 years later, that's it. Um, he's the last one living, according to the ones who was in the car with him. They're no longer here. Tupac's not here. They said Tupac's security guard, who was an eyewitness to it, he's not here. One of Tupac's very close friends, who was a witness to it, he's not here anymore. So everybody is gone except for Keefe, D. And so I don't know. I feel like this. I don't know. Like, once they have him now, is it any more things that he know, and is he gonna tell it? Because uh, he struck that deal the first time. Who is to say he's not gonna strike that deal? We might do that deal again. I don't know. But it's sad. It's sad. But it all stems from talking too much. Just stay quiet. That's what I say. See, when people it seems like these criminals, when they get away with something, they got to put it in a rap song. They got to put it inside of a book. They got to tell everybody. And then they wind up getting punished for the crime that they committed. It's like, if they get away with it, they ain't satisfied. So then they start telling on themselves so they can go to jail or go to prison. I never could understand that. That's just like, I don't care what type of immunity that he had. I don't know if I'm just saying, it looks like to me he most likely had that proffer agreement instead of the immunity agreement. Okay. And what I'm saying is, I don't care what type of agreement you have with them or what you did with them. Keep your mouth closed. Why do they got to just tell? When you up under something like that, you ain't supposed to say nothing else. You is not supposed to even open your mouth. You're not supposed to run your mouth. You're not supposed to put nothing in no book. You're not supposed to write no book. You're not supposed to be telling your homeboys, homegirls. You ain't supposed to be telling nobody. You're supposed to keep your mouth closed. Keep your mouth closed. Kenneth Fields, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to thank y'all so much. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Kenneth, and thank you, Rivka. Thank y'all for your donations. Thank you. Oh, I see somebody said, worthy one. She said, Diddy. Well, he did bring up Diddy a lot in his interviews. Don't know if it's anything to that or not, because I do know that Orlando, right? That's the guy that they say pulled the trigger on Tupac. But I know he is Keefe's nephew. So when they jumped on Orlando in that Vegas place, when they jumped on him or whatever, that was Keefe's nephew, So you have to expect something behind that. But then you don't have to expect anything, but you're dealing with, some gang members there or whatever. So when his nephew got jumped on, that is somewhat could be a reason why they retaliated on Tupac and Suge. And then when he tells his story, Keefe D, he does tell some things about Diddy. Okay, so is it any relevance to that? Don't know. If it is, now that he got caught again, is he gonna say something about Diddy? We don't know. We just have to wait and see. But you just don't know, because it did happen right after they jumped on Orlando, who is Keefe D's nephew. Keefe D is Orlando's uncle. So, you just have to look at it like that too. Now, rather he pulled it. He have been doing a lot of interviews and bringing up Diddy's name as if he's somewhat involved in it too. But we'll just see, But I see what you was talking about on that. Let me see. Thank y'all so much, Rivergood, Kenneth Fields. Thank you, all y'all. Rita Love, hello, how you doing? All of y'all. But notice in that conference, I don't know if some people seen it, but they did the conference, and one of the police officers said in 2018 the case gave new energy when the information came to light related to Tupac's deletion. Additional information came to light about Tupac's deletion. And 2018 is right about the time that this man started talking, writing books and everything else. And it seems like whatever was up under that agreement, that it was something they came back at him for. And I think that he didn't tell them the truth, because when you do those immunities, and because there's some people who done got, even though they was up under immunity agreement, they had immunity. Only a few cases that you've seen people go back, the police go back and grab them people, even though they were supposed to be up under immunity. It all depends on the fine print of what they have inside your agreement. And I just think he got it mixed up between proffer agreement and immunity agreement. I think he thought he had immunity, that he could just sit back and tell about this and that, and he could kind of switch the story, whatever, and ain't nobody gonna mess with him. But nah, that don't look like what he had. And so, anyway, rest in peace, Tupac. We got a little bit of justice from Tupac. Something else. Y'all. And you know, deletion don't have a statute of limitation. Even with you being up under those agreements, if Keefe D was up under the agreement, it was allegedly said he was up under an agreement. I think it was most likely the proffer agreement, not the immunity agreement. And sometimes a lot of people need to know what agreement is what when they go up under it. What can they do? What can they not do? Because they can come right back after you. Because if you didn't tell the exact same thing, that's the only reason why they're giving it to you, because they saying everything you tell us better be the truth. And you be like, yes, it's the truth. I promise you it's the truth. But then years later, you switch it. And then they say they'll revoke your agreement, because they said you didn't tell us that at first. That is not what you said. So they'll come back and get you, and they'll build up more evidence and build up more evidence, So he told on himself. He did, Ken Dillar. He really did. Hey, Tink. Yes. Hey there, Sabrina Marshall. Hello, how you doing? And everybody, did I miss anybody? If I miss anybody, I'm so sorry. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it if I missed y'all. But yeah, so he did tell on himself, and that's what I can't understand. Why is it that it seemed like when they get away with something, it's almost like they say, "Dog, they ain't looking for me yet." I mean, I did that deletion about 2 years ago, and they ain't looking for me yet. Let me make a rap song and just say, tell them what I did, and then maybe I can get the police attention that way. Yeah, maybe I can get their attention that way. So I'm just gonna put it in my rap song how I deleted this person. It's almost like they're looking for the police attention, because even if it's like an unsolved case and the police are trying and they can't get it, hey, these people are flipping on the internet telling on themselves. They telling everything. I just don't understand it. I ain't never seen that. And then they say he was a big gangster. He said he was a big gangster. He said he was almost like a kingpin. I'm trying to figure out, where do all these big time gangsters go to start talking so much? I think it's old age. Is it getting like the Alzheimer's or something like that? I told y'all every time. People in the family know when them people ain't right. They should say, uncle, now you can't get on. Uncle, you can't write no book. Uncle, you can't get on them interviews. Uncle, you can't do all that, because you're going to start telling on yourself. And you're too old to be in there with all them young folks. So, You know, but now they letting them tell on themselves too. So evidently the family and everybody else tired of them. I'm gonna tell you, when you really care about your loved one, you try to stop them from doing that. And you can't stop everybody, but I'm telling you, they telling on themselves, family, and everything they do. But anyway, Michelle McDonald. What's going on, Michelle McDonald? She says, blessing even sister running your mouth. He was running his mouth. He sure was. He was just running his mouth, but I guess he where he want to be. But you know what? That Cowboy 6. I believe the exact same thing gonna happen to Cowboy 6 one day. Cause see, Cowboy 6 think they done got away with it. It ain't gonna be long before they go to talking and can on and thinking that they got immunity because of the protection that they got behind them. And I could see the two who think that they really got protection behind them. That is Khalil and Elise. Khalil Cook Harris and Elise Hyatt King. Yeah, I could see them too. It could be about 27 something years from now. I could see them doing interviews now. They going into Alzheimer's too. Khalil, you had told us that she was coming and you wanted us to do this. Oh, did I? I thought I took her phone. Yeah, you did take her phone. Then Khalil said, well, I thought that you helped clean up the crime and all that. Yeah, no, that was Deja name. But I did help. I could see them telling on themselves if they don't get arrested pretty soon and they going to think they got away with something, and you cannot stop that Alzheimer's or whatever y'all do now to be deadening the brain, and then about 15, 20, 30 years later, you go to running your doggone mouth, telling on yourself, and laying right back up there in that prison house. And that's exactly what I think going to happen to Cowboy 6, because they already sloppy. They already sloppy. So one of them gonna wind up telling on themselves. You just, and you can't stop it. And by me saying this, ain't no sense of them saying, oh, well, I'm gonna start keeping my mouth closed. No, you can't, because God got it in for you anyway. So you're gonna do something that's gonna be a slip up, and they're gonna get you. Yes. And just like that man in the press conference said, they had a new set of eyes. They had a new set of eyes came into the force, you know. They had a new set of eyes with detective, new district attorney. They got all that new people over there in Vegas. And then they started doing things in a better light. I call it, they didn't cover up nothing. So they just did what they had to do. And I think the same thing gonna happen over there in North Carolina. A new set of eyes is going to get on this case. That's what they said in the press conference. Go look at it. They said a new set of eyes got on this case. A new set of eyes, meaning that everybody else was elected differently. A new chief, a new district attorney, all that new sheriff, all that stuff. See, now these people here want to do things right. So then they start getting on the ball. That's the same thing gonna happen to y'all Cowboy 6 over there in North Carolina. See, the district attorney gonna be replaced. Cause see, it got to happen. It got to happen. You can't be in the seat all, for the rest of your life. Okay. So it's gonna happen where things is gonna switch over, and then it's gonna be a new set of eyes on this case. Because remember, there is no statute of limitation on deletion. So yeah, so when them new set of eyes come, because I know they say it's getting close to Nizia's birthday. Ain't this the month of October when they did that to Shanquella Robinson, right? Yeah, and then you had a lot of birthdays coming up and they wanted to celebrate. Yeah, but you wait till them new set of eyes come, because they going to have to come over there in that district. Yeah, they're going to have to come. It's going to be a new set of eyes in the DOJ's office, new set of eyes in the sheriff's office, new set of eyes in the chief police department. It's going to be a new set of eyes everywhere. Let's see how things work out for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I say. Anyway, now let's go on to I want to get on to the next one too. Yeah. So I'm just glad that they have somebody in Tupac's thing. Okay, let's Let me see what y'all got to say on that. Just like 45. Run his mouth. Oh, that was Kenneth Field. Michelle McDonald, brother. uh, Tupac was my favorite 90s rapper, Jazzy said. Yes, he was. He really was. He really was. He really was. Tupac was the GOAT. He really was the GOAT. He really was. Let's go on to this right here, family, because somebody had said, y'all remember when we did Tamia Taylor? And I showed y'all that picture that they showed us of some girl that it was not Tamia, but a lot of little articles kept saying that was Tamia Taylor, and we were saying nah, that wasn't. And I kept saying it looks like that friend that was supposed to be with her. Okay, somebody put in the chat and said, I guess they from Tennessee, Memphis, and they put in the chat. They said, no, that lady there is the lady they was trying to find for breaking into hotels. So that was a hotel walkway. That it was a lady breaking into the hotels in Memphis, and I guess taking the guests' belongings. When she break in their room, she was taking their belongings. So she was like, no, they just made a mistake. Somebody took that article and made a mistake and was putting that was Tamia Taylor. But that's what it was. That picture come from the police looking for the lady who broke into the hotels. She was breaking into a lot of hotels in Memphis, okay, and stealing from the people. Now, I told the person, might be so, okay. If that's what that picture came from, might be so. But I can tell you what, it looked like the Knowledge family just got they person who was stealing people belongings at the hotel. Go find that chick that was with Tamia, because she still looked like Tamia. You cannot tell me that I don't see what I see, or the Knowledge team don't see what they see. That might be a picture of a lady that tried to get rob a hotel, robbing people rooms, going in the pit. How she was getting in the hotel rooms, I don't know. But they say she was going in robbing people. Okay, and so that's where that picture come from. And somebody just happened in some of these news clips get that and say it was Tamia Taylor. Okay, well, it looked like we saw either or. Okay, because she looked just like the girl who was hanging with Tamia Taylor that night that Tamia came up missing. So then the police need to question her about them burglaries that was happening down there in the hotel, because it sure looked like her. So either way it go, we done caught her either way or. Okay, point blank period. Now the police need to question her about them burglaries, because it sure looked like her. Yeah, I don't care what you say. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. I look now. I don't care what you say. It might be, but I tell you one thing. The person who was robbing them hotels looked just like the friend that was so-called hanging with Tamia. And see, for her to be with Tamia and come up with this bogus thing about they don't know where she went and they couldn't find her and all that, I don't find it far-fetched that she was the one that was up there stealing folks' stuff up there at their hotel. I don't put it past her. No. Because if she could do that, she most likely did that robbing over there at that hotel. So I'm sorry. Police, look at her, look into her and see what, and ask her where was she that time, and did she have on all that? And check into her, because she looked identical to the girl who was with Tamia Taylor when Tamia Taylor came up missing. See, that girl done about did some more crimes before, all three of them. I don't trust them. And then Tamia had that disturbance at her house the night before. Was she involved in that? Was those three co-workers involved in that? It stank all around those three co-workers. And let's get on to that man too. Who that cart man you talking about? You seen Tamia out there. Boy, let me tell you, I think I'm moving too fast. Hold on, family. Now it's a lot of people that don't. Yeah, it's a lot of people that don't feel like Tamia Taylor went overboard on the riverboat, and that's okay. But the Knowledge family go by autopsy and forensic, okay? And we already done talked about that. I understand that people say, I still feel like somebody took her there and then just dropped her off in that area of the water or something like that. But what I say, we go by the Knowledge family. We go by forensic science and autopsy. And that coroner, medical examiner said, passed on the water. That means his time, an autopsy and a examiner can go back and tell exactly the time a person passed. If that time was in between 11:30, when that boat took out of there, until right before 11:30 a.m., when the boat docked back, if that demise is in between that time, what did that tell you? The boat was still on the water. So that's why he says her demise was on the water. What he can't say is if it's accidental or foul play. So he put undetermined. So I did see a lot of people in the comment. I still think so somebody took her there and that's fine. That's yeah, that's fine. Okay, that do what you do. Over here, I go by forensic science, autopsy, and I look at what the medical examiner says. And when he said on the water, then most likely it's a 99.9% chance that he wouldn't have said she passed on the water if she did. He put it like that because most likely her time of demise go between after 11:30 and right before 11:30 p.m. and right before 11:30 a.m., which puts that boat still on the water between those times. That boat was on that water 11:30, 12:30, 1:30 is when it came back. So in between them times is most likely the time of her death. So that's how we do that over here. So I cannot say, now listen to this old golf cart man. Okay. I just feel like those friends should have been questioned a whole lot more, but we're gonna talk about that. There was no cameras on the boat, and the images that we saw was from people who was taking pictures of each other, of their people, and to me it just happened to be it captured in the background of those pictures and stuff like that. That video that we seen, that was somebody at the table like up in front, and I know they was doing it, but the police was asking everybody on that boat, please look over your pictures, please look over your videos, please look over all that and see if you see anything that's related to Tamia Taylor. And that's how a lot of those came up. But I just feel like nobody should have ever got off that boat. Nobody should have ever got off that boat. I just feel like the friends should have been called, should have contacted the captain and all that before that boat even came to the dock. But they waited until they got to dock, got off the boat, called the police, everybody done left, then the police come. It's hard to find the people who was on the boat. So that's what happened there, family. But check this out. That cart man said he saw Tamara, right? And then he did an interview not too long ago, a couple of days ago. He said, I ain't never said I seen her. I ain't never said I seen Tamara Taylor. The news people flipped my words. That's what he said on the interview, right? He said the news people flipped my words. I didn't never say I saw her. I just said I seen a girl and a guy and two other people, but I never said I saw her. This is what he said in a video or interview, a couple of days ago. So I'm listening. I'm like, no, bro, you said you seen her. And he kept convincing the audience he never said he saw Tamia Taylor. That the news people flipped his words. And he said he's upset at the news people for changing his words around. So I said, well, really? I said, so let me see if I didn't hear what I thought I heard. Now listen, family. Oh, I tell you. Listen to this. Listen to this, family. And I don't know if y'all gonna be able to.
Taken on the deck of a riverboat, where Taylor's seen standing in the background. It also got them a witness who claims he saw her on dry land after the cruise.
Yeah, I can't see it, but anyway.
Yeah. Their search for answers got them in touch with Jay Munn, a golf cart taxi driver who says he saw Tamia Taylor with two women and a man.
Okay, now listen what he say.
She was intoxicated.
Wait, hold on, family. Listen.
On the deck of a riverboat, where Taylor's seen standing in the background. It also got them a witness who claims he saw her on dry land after the cruise. You saw her off that boat. Yeah.
Okay, what that man just said, family. That newsman said, well, you seen her get off that boat. He said, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That newsman said, so you saw her get off that boat. He said, oh, yeah. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about people playing in our face. Listen to it again, family.
Speaking on the deck of a riverboat, where Taylor's seen standing in the background. It also got them a witness who claims he saw her on dry land after the cruise. You saw her off that boat. Yeah. Search for answers got them in touch with Jay Munn, a golf cart taxi driver who says he saw Tamia Taylor with two women and a man after her cruise returned to port. She was intoxicated, and she was, very intoxicated, and she was with some other people. He says he offered the group a ride, but they turned him down and headed south on Riverside Drive on foot. She walked away and she walked toward Tom Lee Park. Munn says he didn't think much of it at the time and headed off to find another fare. But days later, he saw her pictures and heard what had happened. He says the moment it all clicked was surreal. Maybe I've seen this person for the last time. He says he wishes he'd known that night what he knows now, that maybe things would be different. But my heart go out to the family. I just, wish it was something more that could have been done. Or, but hindsight is 2020.
Now, family, what's really going on? Stop the press. Stop the press. See, I'm going to have to ride his bumper. Because, see, I know good and well you ain't went up there on somebody's old interview and go tell them to try to convince us that you didn't tell them news people that. And you going to try to make us feel stupid. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why we are the cafe of knowledge. We have a lot of knowledge over here. You just can't be feeding us no anything. I'm so tired of people trying to play in our face and tell us something that we know we either heard or know we either seen on videotape, but they gonna keep telling us that ain't what we saw on a videotape, or that ain't what we heard on the news interview. And he gonna say the people switched his words around. I think the man just wanted clout. Did you just want to be on TV, sir? Did you think this was your time to try to get famous, and you thought that you might can get a role somewhere or something? Because see, you done evidently told a big tale, and you gonna say that no, the news people switched your words. Now, I was gonna try to be behind you at one point until you tried to play us stupid and said you didn't say you saw Tamia Taylor. You had so many people out here that were saying the witness said he saw her. The witness said he saw her on dry land. The witness said he saw her. Now, everybody who believed that man, it's okay for y'all to believe him, but I've been telling y'all, he just called y'all stupid. That's what he did. That's what he did. And I don't like that, because it was a lot of people taking his word that he had saw Tamia Taylor. And now he's saying he did not say that. So you trying to call some of the Cafe of Knowledge members don't know what they're talking about? Is that what you're trying to say? Because it was some Cafe of Knowledge family that was really thinking that this man might be somewhat have seen Tamia Taylor because the way he was saying it on the interview. But then he gonna turn around and try to make everybody look like they don't know what they heard. So that's why I had to play it again. So you said you see Tamia Taylor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Listen to that again, because he done pissed me off. He know good and well that's what he said, and he got on them folks interview talking about he didn't say that. Boy, Lord have mercy. Just wanted some clout. You should have kept your butt on that cart and took people where it wasn't nobody else needed a ride, because you damn sure shouldn't have been in front of that news media. You just ran up there. I could tell y'all. I seen it. No, you were lying. You ain't seen no Tamia. Anyway, play it again.
Where Taylor's seen standing in the background. It also got them a witness who claims he saw her on dry land after the cruise. You saw her off that boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
For answers,
Oh, yeah. You see her off that boat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You was a girl lie. Oh, then you gonna try to switch it. You ain't finna make everybody out here think they crazy. I told y'all that they should have been checking the water anyway, and it was. It was some of our people, like, but the man said he seen. I said, yeah, I understand that, but they need to check both land and water. And here he come. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I seen her. Yeah. Yeah, I seen her. I just wish it was more I could have done. Oh, yeah, I seen her. Yeah, she was walking right down there. She was intoxicated. She was so intoxicated. Yeah, I seen her. See, this is the type of monkey wrenches I be talking about. This is the type of monkey wrenches I be talking about. People throwing monkey wrenches in someone's case that needs justice. If he could have kept his mouth closed, because obviously he ain't, you ain't seen nothing. That's how I feel, my opinion. Get mad at me all you want to. Come over here, I'm going to ride your bumper some more and throw you in some quicksand. Because I say, you try to tell them people that ain't what it was. And I know I know the people over here on the Knowledge family. They was really trying to, he seen them. And I hate that they was played. You don't play with the Knowledge family like that. I didn't believe it. But some of my supporters and subscribers and everybody, they was like, hey, Cafe, the man did say. I said, yeah, I do understand that. I did see that. I said, well, maybe they're going to have to search water and land. So we saying both of them. Well, if he hadn't said nothing, all the attention would have been on that water. That's what I'm talking about, a monkey wrench. Or you know what? I done got heated over here. Yeah. Oh, if he ain't made me mad, y'all. Let me read some of the chat. Rivka, thank you. He talking about, thank you for talking about you like the hat. Michelle McDonald said, ride that bumper. Kendall R said, Cafe, exactly. Sabrina Marshall, yes. I mean, for real, yeah, sabotage the case. Yeah, Kendall Fields, you see what I'm saying? And it's hurtful that we are getting a lot of that. People are sabotaging our cases for no reason. Who asked for that lie? Nobody. We trying to find baby girl here. You know, even her friends, co-workers slash the three musketeers, even they said she didn't get off that boat. I hope she didn't fall off that boat. Or I don't know if somebody on that boat had something to do with it. That was the Keandre, one of her friends. I hope she didn't fall off that boat. But somebody on that boat might have had something to do with it. Yeah, because y'all was on that boat. But the thing is, they at least said she didn't get off that boat. But here you come. The Scooby-Doo riding in the golf cart. Y'all, I see y'all seen them. And done sabotage the whole case. You know? Just wanted some clout, that's all. And another thing, a lot of people, I seen somebody else say something about drowning. You know, when I was talking about, somebody said, I think they took over there and they threw it in there, whatever. But that medical examiner said drowning for a reason, meaning that she was breathing when she hit that water. Okay. And they can see on the inside the inhale, or if you was gone before you hit the water, it's certain things that wouldn't be inside of your body. Okay, so I just wanted to get that right there straight. And I don't want to take up too much time of y'all phone calls, but what's going on with the friends always ending up with the phone of the victim here lately? It's a Tran family. Why is it that the friend's phone is more important than the friend? Because I'm trying to figure out, how do you bring the friend back? I mean, the phone back, but don't never bring the friend back. How do that happen? I'm trying to figure that out. See, these friends so-called say, we don't know what happened to, almost as if they care about their friend. Well, how you care more about the friend's phone than you care about the friend? Because, see, we would rather have the friend back and you can get rid of the phone. We don't need you bringing back no phones. We need y'all bringing our loved one back. Just like they went with you, we need for y'all to bring them back that way. But y'all coming here with phones like the phones are more important than your friend. Now, we ain't dealing like that no more. Come knocking on my door, and my granddaughter, somebody done been with you, and you come knocking on my door talking about, we don't know where she at, but here her phone. Quicksand, you go. I'm sorry. Don't be bringing no more phones to parents. Bring the parents' loved one back. We so tired of y'all holding on to phones. The phones are more important than your friend. Where they do that at? And Poe Dominique Lomax, we still ain't found no type of the boyfriend, and everybody else is still out smoking, drinking, no arrest or anything like that. And I wanted to say this about Shanquella, and then we're gonna open the lines up. Shanquella case is like it's at a standstill. And that's maybe they doing things behind the scenes. I don't know. But all we ask is someone at least tell us, hey, we still working on it. We on the ball or whatever. But it just seemed like it's a lot going on. And it has nothing to do with us. It has something to do with her case, her family. And we all have been doing the work. We're going to continue to do the work. We're going to continue to keep her name alive. It's coming up a year. I'm so hoping that she gets some type of justice. This case is almost a year old. Usually they won't even let a case get 48 hours, past 48 hours, before they start feeling like most likely something's not going to be done. Okay, but we're not going to do that with Shanquella. We're going to stick with it. We're going to stick with her. I will be mixing Shanquella along with other stories that need justice. Most definitely, we're not letting her go. I can't let her go right now. A lot of people getting frustrated. I am frustrated, that I'm not hearing anything. And it's so many people that, I don't blame anybody. It's hard, family. It's hard. It's hard when you don't hear anything. It's almost like we in the fight by ourselves. And like I said, you don't have to, people say, oh, well, her family probably moving in silence. That's fine. But at least come out for 5 minutes and say, y'all, thank you for all y'all support. I see has been almost 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, and y'all are still pushing for justice for my baby or my sister, and we just love it, and we continuing the fight. We can't say much, but thank y'all, and the fight continues. Something. We're not even getting that, But I'm doing this for Shakur. So I'm going to keep her name going, and I'm going to have her mixed into a lot of other commentary because it's a lot of families that needs justice. And I got a story coming up next, the next video, and Shaquilla's going to be in that one as well. But man, it's some people that's really hurting, and they crying and they asking for help. I have so many emails that ask me, hey, they love the way I break things down, and can you please check out this, and can you please check out that? Please, just 5 minutes of your time. Can you check out that? Can you check out that? So I am gonna mix some up with Shanquella's story, definitely. Phone lines is open. Phone lines is open, family. Is 678 439 4517. I would like to hear what y'all have to say. I know the Cafe of Knowledge family would love to hear what y'all have to say. Yeah, Susan Big, not just that fast. Yeah. Yes, Denitra Jones, Tamia Taylor left behind 2 beautiful kids. Yes, and that's sad because we talked about that how we have to raise, our loved one kids if something happened to them, and a lot of people that's unexpected. Like they are, they wasn't expected to raise 2 and 3 more kids, and so it'd be hard on the whole family. It really do. And for people to do that, and then it's no accountability, like they're not being held accountable, at least or something, something. It's just unreal. It's just unreal. It's just unreal. Denitra, you said, was she the one that met her and gave her money? You know what? That's a great question. Denitra Jones said, wonder was the cart man the one that met her and gave her that birthday money? Is that the one? Since you on here telling us that the news people flipped your word, tell us that. Put it in the chat or put it in our comment section because you're probably somewhere in the bushes looking, But tell us, did you give Tamia Taylor any birthday money? Because I just find it quite real. I told y'all that he said the same thing as Keandre. He kept saying she was very intoxicated, very intoxicated. And her friend kept saying, Keandre Jenkins, she was real intoxicated. She was real intoxicated. And she had a bottle in her purse. What was she drinking in her purse? We want to know that since you know so much. That's what we want to know. Yeah. Sandra White. Sandra said in that clip of her going up the stairs, she kind of looked like she was upset or wasn't feeling something. She did. If you look at that clip, it looks like she wanted to go upstairs. Okay. Hello.
Hello, dear.
How you doing, Rivka Omega? How you doing, sister? How you doing?
I'm doing good, my beautiful sister. Look at you.
That's good. Thank you.
For your 4K, your 4K.
4K. Knowledge family, Cafe of Knowledge. We reached 4K. Thank y'all. We all did it together.
Congratulations. You deserve it. You deserve it. 4K. Look at that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look at God, as they say.
Thank
Look
you.
at God. 4K. Cafe and Knowledge, you are doing your thing. I love the hat.
Thank
I love
you.
the white purity. I love your whole get up and the balloons in the background. You just go.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you do, for crimes, for victims, for family, for your heart, your soul. Everything that who you are comes out, and then the knowledge that you give all of us. I tell you, like I said, I'm in class every time I get onto your show, and I'm taking notes and notes. But yes, you know, I want to start off as we started off. Tupac Shakur, that is my baby, been my baby, my sweetheart. May he rest in power. May his mama Shakur, may she rest in power. The family, his whole entire family. What a blessing! But that brother was a genius, smart, intelligent, and you know what? Look how long, and I'm so glad you brought that up. Look how long it took him to get justice for what happened to him. That was pure evil. They went after him one time, and then they went after him again the second time, and that was the one that did him in. But look how long it takes. So don't give in, don't give up, don't give anything. Justice come at right on time. And I believe in my heart, beloved Bernard Robinson and the Robinson family, we might not be hearing anything, but I believe.
Okay, hold on. 832. Give Rimga about 5 more minutes. 832. Give Rimga about 5 more minutes, okay? Thank you. But 6 more minutes, and then call right back. And I'll bring you right in. Okay, so you did say about Tupac. You said you're just glad of that.
Yes, Tupac Shakur. Look how long it took for his justice, and who did what to this brother that did not have to be. I mean, fight like men, you know, and all along, there's so many things, but all I can say, justice come. Justice come, but not on our time, not when we want it, but it comes on the right time.
It does.
You know, and those who do evil, those who murder, those who do evil and take out and unalive another life and snuff that life out when we all are given life. Life is so precious to be here. You know, and nobody has the right to take somebody else's life away, regardless what they do to you. You know, he didn't take your life, so a life for a life, and justice came, and justice is going to come for our beautiful Shanquella.
Definitely.
And our girlfriend Tamika, you know, the river
Definitely.
You know, so I wanted to start off to say blessings. My prayers are going out to you, Mr. Bernard Robinson.
Yes.
And the Robinson family, Salamantra, Robinson and Quilla Long. because now we're in October. Can everybody believe? Happy Sunday evening to Knowledge Family on the live chat. But we are in October, family. We are in October.
Yes.
I mean, and I have so many things going on in October, but I just tell you, with some other people that I love, loved ones deeply, that passed in October, and then we have our Shanquella. So we still got time. We still got time to see something happening, and something to pop off.
Right. And I think the justice will come. Definitely. Because it's a lot, like I said, rather it comes with a new pair of eyes in North Carolina, or whatever, but it's gonna come, so Cowboys just get ready for that.
Yes, and we got to make sure we say the evil demon or the demon couple.
Right, and I started saying their names too, because people don't know them by names, and it's Khalil Cook, Malik Dyer,
yes,
Nizia Wiggins,
yes,
Dejanay Jackson, Elise Hyatt,
yep,
and Winter Donovan.
Yes.
So those are,
and Dejanay Stinking Rotten Demon Jackson.
Yeah. That's
her paws, her nasty paws, the ox knees.
So ox knees. So we definitely, so we definitely. It's a lot of people that they don't be knowing their names, and that's another thing that I'm gonna show a lot of people, because I've been looking at that too. That I wanted to bring up too. That there's a lot of people don't even know that Dejanay is not arrested. A lot of people think that she has been arrested. And that was due to the monkey wrenches again that was put out that Dejanay been arrested, and she wasn't. And so we was looking through a lot of Google things just to see. And you would not imagine how many stories that has not been taken down that still say Dejanay has been arrested. So that's probably why a lot of people who don't know about the story, like us in and out, they would automatically say, oh, she's been held accountable. So they move on to something else, right? Which in all reality, she hasn't been held accountable. So, but I did that. We looked, and because that's what we do. We do a little research, like, okay, let's see who still has those stories up. Because normally, if it's not true like that, you either put a correction up top or you pull the whole article down. But they're still up there as if, it's about 20, 30 of them. Dejanay's been arrested.
That is so careless.
And it is, so so things like that, people should either take it down or either put a correction up top. Correction, because a lot of people do that. They'll say update or correction right up top of the article.
Exactly.
And
it's that simple.
They're right. It's that simple.
And they're not responsible at all.
Right. But we're gonna get in.
Click and a view for them. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it real. A click and a view. Right. And we're gonna talk about that more deep too, because that was a lot of what I feel that they was saying, turn the media into our favor. Yes.
And that's part of it. To me, that's part of it.
Yeah.
Doing that and keeping it up there and keeping everybody confused.
Right. Because that's what Nizia did when he came out. But before he did that, he had his family go. Listen, he had his family go around to channel to channel, to content, and going in, and then and then basically doing that part. And then he came out with his lies, and then here we go, muddy the water every way it can. All that stink started to keep on going.
It really did.
And it infiltrated so many contents creators channels, because when you on live chat, you type in and somebody's behind an avatar.
Right.
My flowers are real. That's my birthday flowers, people.
Right.
That's real flowers.
Right.
But I will show you my beautiful, beautiful face. I'm real. I'm Riska Omega.
I already know.
The thing is, there's a lot of people behind these avatars that don't show no picture or whatever, or just a cartoon of their self, and you don't know who it is. So Cabo 6 was up here, and the reason why I guess people don't say their names, but content creators need to say their names. But when we say it, Cabo 6 is so easy because then you're writing in hashtag rest Cabo 6 instead of But that's why I write their names down. I write Nazia, but you're right. We should start saying all their names.
Yeah, so people really know who they are, and
not only that, put it in the universe as well.
Right, definitely. And tell me this: did you hear the witness on Tamia Taylor, that the golf cart guy?
I listened to that.
I'm saying, like, did you hear him when he first said that?
No, I didn't until you said so. I just heard it from your channel.
Oh, I got you.
Girl, see, I listen. I tell you, this is why I take out my notepad and I take my notes, girl, because you be coming. You come with everything, everything that needs to be out here for us to know and to follow up, and then for us to do our research. But thank you for coming out with that, because that was something else.
It was. It really was.
That slipped me right by.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I say about these monkey wrenches, because that's what we are starting to do. We said we're starting to put the criminals and anybody else that we see that seem like they're purposely putting the monkey wrench in, because I just feel that when you come back and say, well, nah, I didn't say that, the news people switched it. Instead of saying, y'all, my bad, I really did say that. Boy, I hate I said that, but it wasn't her. Instead of something like that, it was on a defense mode, and that's what I think that got it with everybody. Like, come on now, you know what I'm saying? So it's those little monkey wrenches that we just asking people to leave it alone. If you're a witness, you're a witness. If you've seen it, you've seen it. We love you for it or whatever, but if you're just doing it to throw monkey wrenches, then we're going to start asking
why. But listen to this, my sister. Guess what I just felt? When you said that, now, my mind is going. I wonder, they're saying this for now in the universe, because all of this is good. Everything that's done in darkness always comes to light. At the end of the tunnel, at every dark tunnel, light always shines. So my thing is, listen to this. The people that owns the riverboat, I wonder, did they put him up to go out there and say something like that? I'm just saying. Because it's something like, everybody's got a story. The riverboat owners, which they gathered the information. She was in the bathroom. She left her cell phone. Then the people that was with her, her friends, her frenemies, let's call them frenemies, because to me that's what they are now. They did say the truth. She never got off the boat. Right. So, and then he went up there and said he saw her get off the boat.
Right. And it could be. You're right. That's a good possibility. That was something that I like right there.
Because that's something to look at. Because don't forget, the river boat itself has insurance. And when a death occurs, and you got the FBI, you got everything else, and then you have somebody that got deleted, but they disappeared and nobody knows what happened. But now they found the body, so now we have a body, but it was in a river.
That makes sense, though.
Because how did she go from the bathroom to in the water?
Right. That's
the $1 million question.
Yeah, that's true. And like I said, so many things can happen, unbelievable, that you would think, nah, that couldn't have happened, but it did happen. Just don't know, and then I heard a lot of people say that girl was intoxicated, that girl was through. one of the videos they saw, she looked intoxicated, and that's all well, fine and good. It still don't say that she should have went, but something should have happened to her.
You know what, sis, I would love for you to do, Cafe Knowledge, I would love for you to do, if you get a chance, let's get a picture of that riverboat from side to front to side. Let's get like a video, because it has to be videos out there, YouTube videos.
It is. I mean, they have pictures. Yeah, they have pictures of that riverboat. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying that specifically riverboat, and then let's do like a YouTube, because you got a lot of people out there that did a YouTube thing, being on the boat. Because my thing is, was there safety rails? Is there something?
Well, it does have some high little rails or something like that. I will show it, because we did look at the boat. I just didn't show it on here, and that's what I would do. But what I can say is that a lot of people talk about how crowded the riverboat is. If you look at,
I was just ready to say that.
Yeah, but if you look at that riverboat when Tamia was going up the stairs, it didn't look all that crowded to me. You see? And when you look at her going up the stairs, it's only one other person in front of her. So it's not like everybody was rushing up the stairs. You know how you have in some clubs or some things like that. Everybody is always going up and down the stairs and stuff like that. If you look at that little clip, nobody was coming down the stairs. And it looked like only them was going up the stairs. She was going up the stairs, Now,
this is my question. We saw that picture of her going up the stairs, and that was kind of close to where the stair was. Somebody took that video. Who did the video?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, what happened was, now that was just a party person that was there. You know? And what happened is, when everybody got off the boat, her friends didn't call the police until after they got on the dock. So that's everybody was gone, right? Leaving. So what the police did was put out an emergency alert. They had it all over their news stations. They was telling people, whoever was on that boat, please check all your pictures that you was taking. Please check all your videos that y'all was taking, to see if you have an image of Tamia Taylor. And those people was partying in the front. Their table was like kind of cornered to them stairs. So they recording themselves. I've done that too. I've took video of parties and stuff, and then you'll see a dude going up the stairs, or the dude, whatever, And there's some people that have courtesy that when you're getting ready to take a picture, they stop and let you go ahead on and take the picture. But then you got some people like, I don't give a damn, they taking no picture now, I just be in it, and they'll walk on by and somebody will snap the picture, and then you got an image of somebody in your picture. So that's what happened. They was begging people, check your cameras, check your video footage, check your everything to see if you have an image of this here girl. And they did.
And another thing that they can do, the officers and stuff like that everyone who paid for that ticket, the riverboats got that information. So they can backtrack on those tickets and interview everybody that was on that boat. So just because they left, they still can go not after them, but they can do a wellness check, go in and speak to each, or call them up.
Right.
But
I don't know. They probably did give their names and stuff like that on the riverboats. I don't know. Sometimes you just pay 3 tickets and they give you a number. You don't even have to put your name.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just putting that out there. Another thing.
Yeah, you're right. But I just, because I'm here on the Gulf, and we have river boats, because my birthday I was showing y'all the boats that was coming back and things.
Right.
But you can go online, and then it'll say 3-4 tickets. You pay for the 3-4 tickets. They give you your receipt, and then when you get up to the dock, they just scan your phone. They scan it, to see that you paid or whatever, and then you get on because you done paid your 3 seats.
And now this Now, this question I have for you, my sister. Now, her frenemies. Now, if they was like at that front of that boat, like you said, and it was close to that steel wall, and they knew that she was intoxicated, why would they let her go to the bathroom by herself? Why couldn't one of them say, I'll go with you, but I'll stand outside, you can go in, and make sure she gets there safely? Girl.
Yeah, so. and you know, I feel like this. When I seen her going up those stairs, didn't nothing seem drunk to Tamia to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She didn't stumble up them steps. She didn't fall up them steps.
Right.
She didn't fall over the banister and then say, oh, wow. You know, like in some of Kanika Jenkins footage, we did see her go to the side a little bit, back and forth to the side. But in Tamia Taylor video, I never once saw her fall up the steps. And I mean, she came out of there, and I said, there she go, there she go, there she go. She put her hand on the rail, and she went up. It was nothing intoxicated about Tamia Taylor at that time.
Right.
And
because
her friends tried to,
her, like you said, and she did not get to her or bump into her.
Right. I mean, it's nothing in that little clip shows that Tamia Taylor was drunk. Okay. Now, her friends said before they got there, she was drunk. Oh, she was already drinking. She was already drinking. She was already, you know, drunk, intoxicated, or she even had a bottle in her purse. She was already drinking before we got there. Okay, that image I saw don't look like she was drinking that hard. She might have been toasting a little bit, but it don't look like she was stumbling the way everybody got that label, intoxication. It doesn't. It doesn't. Look at that clip and tell me, does that look like a woman who is just intoxicated, just too through. No, she went up them stairs, she grabbed that handle, and then the person was dancing in front of her, and it looked like she was trying to be a little patient and like, I wish they move out the way. You know what I'm saying? But she don't look intoxicated at all going up there.
Yeah.
So what's really going on? But you told me she was drinking before she even got on the boat.
I would love to see where that lady's bathroom was upstairs and how far it was from the railing.
We'll look at all that, definitely.
Yeah. I tell you what, I definitely will go back and look at your video, because that video you did was immaculate. When you broke everything down, I was like, oh, wait a minute, gotta get that. Cross my eye. Okay, got it. Let me just, so I just want to tell you, thank you for everything.
Well, thank you. And we're going to
congratulations to your 4K.
Thank you. Anybody else come on in and call? I think that was 8 something. I don't know. I don't forgot just that quick. I was just giving the area code.
They can call
the
back.
Area code, call on back in.
Yes, and everybody on the live chat, Knowledge family, let's hit up the like button. It costs you nothing but a smile and a thank you from me to you. Just go out, come back in. If you're watching on TV, just turn your cell phone on for 1 minute and hit that like button so everybody knows in the algorithm that she's on, because I noticed a lot of people is not on and they probably was waiting for you at 5. And
I think I was a little late. What, about 5 or 10 minutes late?
Yeah, but that too. But then again, what happened was that when I went on to your show, you know, when you subscribe to people and then you have a line of all the people you subscribe to that's up on YouTube. Well, on your thing, on your avatar, it doesn't say you're on live. It shows where you go in and you set it up and you hit the bell, and you hit that bell, and it shows that. But I'm talking about that smaller round circle on YouTube,
to show that you're
live.
That
is not on red saying you're online, so people might be checking who didn't maybe receive anything.
It probably popped up late too.
If they go and search in the community wall. Now the community wall says you're on live.
Right.
You know, it says live, but on that little round circle YouTube,
it does not say that.
Doesn't have. They don't have like a red little circle or little circle saying you live. So
I got you.
Well, I know everybody will listen to the show, but you're amazing. Bless you.
Thank you.
I love the greatest moderators, Kendall.
Thank you. Yes.
And Green, you already know.
Yes. And hello to everybody. I see Tannis in there. TS is in there.
Oh, your TS is they in there
yeah,
now?
they all in there. TS.
All right. And Tannis, you already know Tannis. You are a great
it was
moderator.
somebody else, the Pookie 25. Hello, Pookie 25. Hello,
and Tannis is a good moderator too. Love you, girl.
Yeah,
Let me go back and chat with everybody
Miss
in the live.
BJ, I think I said
Sunday evening, blessings, and let's just, justice for victims of all crimes.
Oh, it's somebody on the line. My bad. Okay, call me back, okay?
Okay, no, I'm not gonna call you back. I'm gonna go back in the chat and let everybody else call in. I love you, girl.
Love you too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. Oh man, I missed him. 832, call right back. 832, call right back. That's the area code. I can't call you back. I need for you to call me back. They'll call back in a minute. Family. Let me read the chat and see what's really going on. Call back, please. Sorry. Y'all on fire in the chat. Oh, yeah, we're going to keep her name alive, Tink. We got to keep her name alive, most definitely. Sabrina Marshall said, is it possible someone could have followed her to the bathroom at the boat? All the boat employees need to be interviewed. That's true, too. Yeah, Denitra Jones, they did say that on the riverboat has canceled all those midnight rides. So they're not doing the midnight rides anymore ever since after what happened to Tamia Taylor. They said they have canceled them for the foreseeable future. Does that mean just the rest of this year? Or is it going to be next year as well? Have they just canceled it altogether? I don't know, so, but they did cancel those midnight rides. They did. So they stopped that. Let me see. Evidence in the phone, exactly. Yeah, that's what it seems like these friends are doing, going after the phone, But Rivka Omega, you did bring up a good point, saying that wonder if that cart guy did that for someone on that boat, like the company or something like that. Was he told to do that, or did he do it? Just, that's a good observation. I mean, just a question to be asked, because that was real strange for that to happen, and it wasn't true. You see what I'm saying? So that's a very good observation on that right there. Like, I wonder, because if you say that, then that kind of takes the liability away from the boat, like it did. People like, oh, she wasn't on that boat. And if you notice, they were the first ones to say, we don't see where she's, hold on. Hello.
How you doing?
All right. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm blessed. This is Worthy One.
Worthy One. How you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling in and being in the chat.
Thank you. I always joined it from the first time I watched it, but
thank you.
Being sick right now with a bad allergy infection. So
I hope you get better.
Okay, I was saying in the chat, I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but they announced today they are all arresting P. Diddy.
Oh, really?
Yes, because they found
let's say laptops, bullets.
Now, y'all, this is allegedly now, but she telling what she heard. Go ahead.
Yes, they announced that they found laptop and the bullets. They had some powder and the bullets that they had from Tupac's murder.
Oh, wow.
So now they all going to rest. And a lot of people say, good. I'm so glad.
Mm-hmm.
Which I also feel that he's the murder for Kim Porter.
Oh yeah. His ex-wife. Right.
Yes, but they was never married, so.
Well, right. I just I be saying because you have all this this law thing when they say when you live into somebody, you automatically legal law married or whatever. So that's the only reason why I said that.
But they do. They say that you are automatic married.
Right.
Like common law.
Right. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you did at least tell us that. Did you see that like on a news article or was it like?
They had it on the news. That's the part that was shocked. I stopped like, go, what? Because when they had said that it wasn't just that other person, that Keefe something.
Keefe D.
Yeah. And that's.
Well, now I know that they were saying that on a lot of interviews and on a lot of other channels. But I'm not.
I don't look at too many channels. I look at I don't like channels that's
I got you.
A bunch of mess.
I got
stuff
you.
Like that.
Right.
I don't care for that.
Okay. Well, thank you for choosing us to be with.
I love it, girl. I love that outfit. That's how she got to tell me where she got that hat from.
Thank you. Yeah. My team ordered it for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
But I definitely asked them because my birthday was like in 2 weeks ago. Back so.
Mine was September the 8th.
Yes, you're Virgo.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's the Virgo in the house. Yes. So they had ordered it for my birthday, and I love it. They said this is you. I said yeah, because I wear weird things like that. But yes, so that's what. But I would definitely ask them, and then I would tell you on that next live where did they get this hat from.
Okay, when you was talking about that rowboat, have you seen that picture when she was going up?
Right.
When someone took a picture that when she was like at the bottom, their rail looked like it was high enough to like up to her breasts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so
yeah.
How could it be that high? And it's not like she fell or someone had to push over.
That's what I feel. I really do feel like I think baby girl got pushed over there, but like I guess on the medical examiner, he can't say accidental and he can't say foul play. So he just did. It must be something in there that gives him a little inkling that something don't look right because he will not just say accidental. Now, Memphis police automatically said no foul play. And I said, no, they shouldn't have done that if the medical examiner said, I can't rule accidental and I can't rule foul play because there's some things that's making him iffy. But it's not enough evidence for the iffy. You see? So he just said undetermined, which means you can always open that back up.
True. Because I am a retired federal official. So they never would allow us to say that if it's really undetermined.
Right.
But if you looked at our digestive system, look at intake, they would have been able to know how long it has been.
Right.
So that's probably why he said he can't say if she was murdered or if she was drunk.
Right.
Because for him to say that he's not able to say that is because it would show she don't have that much liquor and the system should be considered as intoxicated.
Right.
Either food that she had eaten like something to digest was still there and was not like it was a long period of time.
Right.
And I'm like this. When it come down of me going on a cruise or anything. My friends, whenever they go, one of us got to be with the other person. They can't go by themselves.
Right.
You know, and that's what when I seen, I kept going, wait a minute, hold up, this don't make any sense.
You're right. And somebody just put in there, who was it? Denitra Jones. She said, was it a setup from the party scuffle? And you know, she had disturbance at her apartment the night before. And she had co-workers and friends at that party. And the neighbors said it was some type of disturbance that broke out. And everybody just went home. But Tamia called one of her neighbors, and I got it on the last video. I got the recording of him saying it. He said she called him or texted him and said, come outside. I'm upset. And he came outside and he said, we talked, but then she was excited to go on a riverboat. But he never did tell us what they talked about. Like, okay, you told us that she said, come outside, she's upset. But then you don't tell us what she said that made her upset about the night before or whatever. So I'm thinking that maybe she thought that after the disturbance, was she involved in the disturbance, or was it involving some of her guests? And like the guests ruined her birthday party. But she did have a birthday party at her house the night before. And it was a disturbance there, but they did not call the police, so the police don't have a record of it. You know how you just break it up and tell everybody just go home and you don't call the police? But it was a disturbance. That all the neighbors, there's a lot of neighbors said it was a disturbance at her house.
But if I call you and say, okay, I'm really upset behind something that happened, it's not someone that happened in my house. I'm telling you, someone that I thought I was close to came to me in a way that I'm really disturbed behind it.
Right. Which is true too. Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, but
that person has to know, or
because I was wondering,
that person don't want to get involved.
Right. That's why I said, well, because that's what I said in the last video. I said, well, family, y'all hear what he said. I said, but the thing is, he didn't tell the news people what was she upset about. I said, now maybe he told the police and maybe not. But if you're gonna tell us that she texted you and said she was upset, he should have told us what, you know what I'm saying, what she was upset about. Yeah, but he didn't. And then the next day, she's gone. You know? So
that's the same way I felt about this girl that was in Mexico. She hit, what's her name? Shanquella.
Yeah.
That chick was off, because if that was in Texas when I was working, that video was enough evidence right there enough for us. We would have seen, okay, this person was there, and lady that was jumping on, okay, you going down. We arrested you automatically.
Right.
But that person that did that video, we arrested you too. Because someone is going to tell us, are you both, like you know how Texas law is, are you both going down for this murder? Right.
You
know, but the way it is in Mexico told so many lies.
Yeah.
About her death.
Yeah, it was. It started there. You know, they was throwing a lot of monkey wrenches, and then when they came back to the United States, North Carolina started throwing monkey wrenches, and then it just like her case was just, I don't know. It just, we started trying to untangle all kind of different stories, and then by the time you untangle that, another one come along. It was just crazy. And then just to tell us that video wasn't enough evidence, I'm like, you know, okay, you know.
It depends on where it was at, because Texas, that video would have been enough for us.
Yeah, that's true. It depends on what state, because I you're right. In Florida, it would have been enough. In Alabama, it would have been enough. In Texas, it would have been enough. Now, those 3 states, I can say it would have been enough. You know, it's weird. It's weird. It's really
with the way the law is like in Louisiana, if you kill someone, if there's nobody, there's no crime, so they can't charge you for murder.
right.
But in Texas, they're gonna charge you for murder even if they cannot find the body.
Right.
You know, so.
And I was really hoping that someone asked for her case to be moved to Texas because they have to get on the plane from Texas. Wait a minute, my stream ended. My stream ended. Hold on. Yeah, my stream ended. My stream ended. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be not yet. I don't know.
Someone is trying to stop.
It looked like it ended. It did end.
Someone stopped it. Somebody kept doing report to stop it.
Something. Ain't that something? Hey y'all,
you'll be surprised.
Hey y'all, put something in the chat if y'all still see me.
I cut mine off because you find so many haters, so many rude people coming up in there talking crazy. Where you going? Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna remove you off, out the room. I don't have time for it.
Yeah, it was back on then. It was back on now, and now it's going back. But it did stop. It said ended. It did say, I guess it didn't stop on y'all end, but it's trying to stop on my end.
Yeah, someone is trying to do a report.
Yeah, they always trying to do something like that. But you can't stop what God has planned.
That's true. What God has planned,
you cannot stop His plan. I mean, you can try all day long. You cannot stop His plan. He make a way out of no way. So but yeah, I do appreciate you giving a lot, because it's a lot of people in the chat that said you was right, and they appreciate everything that you said too. Because a lot of people saying that they said you made
law fishing for over 30 years.
Yeah.
I was going for a tournament, but I just love working for the federal. And I'd rather be on the streets. I'd rather be on the
Thank you. Okay.
There's a lot of things I was just looking up for. You know what? Just don't add up.
Okay.
And I would go to the DA and say, just don't add up. And I show it to them and say, you're right. You just go back to the crime scene.
Okay.
And
Kenneth
that's what made me
TS.
think about.
Kenneth TS and okay. They said they could see me very good now. They say I'm still here, so that's good. Cool. That's good. Okay. So, but I'm glad that you gave us some of your insight, because we needed to hear, that point of view as well, because that you made some great points. Great points.
Thank you. I always try to help where I can help.
Oh, you did.
Not aware of what was wrong or what was right. Mm-hmm. But I kept thinking about it. I said, wait a minute. I've seen it. I'm going to breast. It has to be a certain height. Mm-hmm. And not for safety reason. Mm-hmm. Okay? And the reason I feel that they want to say they can't tell the determinant of a dance is that riverboat owner do not want to be sued.
That's true. That is true. And because that's exactly what the riverboat people said right at the beginning. Like they said, well, it's no evidence that's saying she didn't get off the boat. So she was at the harbor or something. They were saying she was seen at the harbor. So they was trying to come up with everything to say that she wasn't on this boat. Like, she did make it off the boat. And then that's when the witness came and said, yeah, I saw her. And we kept saying, okay, he can identify her, but he can't identify the people she was with.
But see, as their lie said, they don't know that if she got off, if she was on the boat, if she didn't leave from the boat, mm-hmm. because you don't know this.
Right.
They have a person that be right there when the person exit, mm-hmm. and they got a little click where they do counts of how many people's leaving. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So out from that click, it has to add up to how many people was on there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if
when they did they click, they would have known right then and there. Okay, we got a person that's not, somebody that's not showing.
Right.
Other cameras.
Right, because notice that when the medical examiner was saying she passed on the water, meaning that time coincide was somewhere between when that boat was on the water, right? Now,
that's right.
Now when they asking the boat people for a comment, they will not return. They haven't made any more comments. Only thing they've said is we stopped the midnight rides. That's all they would say, but they won't comment on nothing else.
No, I couldn't go for that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't go for it, and I feel for their family.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Loved ones.
Yeah, because she has two. She has a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. Yeah, and so her mother. I did see her mother interview, and her mother, because somebody asked her, "What about her kids?" And her mother was like, "I have them. They're gonna be okay." So, yeah.
Well, it was nice talking to you, and I wanted to just, put the input on what I heard
about Diddy.
What was it? It was in Nevada.
Yeah.
When they were talking about P. Diddy.
Well, yeah, and over there in Nevada. Yeah, because see, y'all are close over there. Y'all are kind of right there, Texas, and so yeah, y'all do hear news that haven't reached us yet. Like in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Atlanta, going on up. Y'all do hear some of the news that's going on out that way quicker than we do. But that's that's been going around though. They have, Keefe D, he's been pulling Diddy name in this stuff for a long time. Don't
well,
know.
I'm gonna tell you something though. This is what a detective was determined to reopen Tupac's case.
Mm-hmm.
And also Biggie's. Okay.
Right.
So he had been investigated for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Before this came out.
Mm-hmm.
He was on some police officers behind too.
Right.
Because when federal agents came on crime scene,
mm-hmm.
why y'all did not allow them in?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all was being paid off. Who paid y'all?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for each and every one of you, and I'm gonna make sure that you go down too.
Mm-hmm.
So when he started investigating, he started coming up and said, for some reason, Sean Puffy Combs is showing big involvement.
Right. Well, we sure gonna see, because his name has been coming up, and we're gonna see, because the Keefe said he knows him. He said he knows Diddy, but he did all that in the open interviews. He said he knew him, and he hung out with him sometime, but then he also hung out with Tupac and Suge Knight. So it's like we said before, these friends, you can't trust them.
No, that's why he called himself P. Diddy. Okay, Delmo.
Yeah.
Okay, Delmo. Is that what your P. Diddy's for?
Mm-hmm.
The name is Sean Puffy Combs. So why? I'm gonna tell you something. I knew something was going on with him when this chronographer just quit.
Yeah.
She didn't want to have no more involvement with him. Period.
Right. Well, when they were saying that his artist wasn't getting the proper pay and things like that, I really don't want to get into too much of that, because I haven't really been into Diddy like that, but I do know a lot of his artists. They just wasn't getting the cut that they were supposed to get, allegedly, and from the looks of their lifestyle, it doesn't look like they was being treated right or getting what they deserve or anything like that. So
okay, I'm gonna give you a person for instance. Maze. Look at all the money these niggas for the records he sold.
Yeah.
That man left P. Diddy and became a minister.
But they are saying now that Diddy is agreeing to give everybody back their masters as long as they signed a NDA. What's in the NDA, nobody knows. This is allegedly. Y'all can look it up. It says that Diddy is giving his artists what made the switch, because he wasn't letting none of that stuff go. So, but he just made that. He just did this here recently, where he is giving his artists back their masters and royalties, all that stuff. But they have to sign this NDA.
Which is mean he gotta still get a percentage out of it. He's not gonna let anything go, and then not get anything out of it.
It could be, don't tell nothing else about me that you know. You know, it could be that too. You know, it could be what you said too. But it's some artist that has turned it down. It's some of his artists so far that has turned it down, saying, "No, that's okay, you keep them." You know, because I want to be able to speak freely. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do freely. I don't want to live my life with stipulation, you know, like limitations on what I could say and what I could do and things like that. So, you know, that's weird. I'm looking more into that as well, too. But that is, we read that in a lot of different articles, but I'm gonna look into that too. You know, that's why I say allegedly, but it is in a lot of articles.
Oh yeah, well, when you have a chance, watch Maze.
I will, because Maze was good.
He would not tell anyone the reason why he left there. He went straight from him into ministry.
Right.
And he said, all I can say is thank God. That's it. All I can say is thank God. That's all he would say. Okay. I said something scared the heck out of him.
Wow. Well, we definitely will see. I don't want to take too much time for anyone else trying to call in. I really do thank you, and I appreciate it, and thank you so much for coming in, because you be in the chat and you be so active and you be giving out great points. So I just appreciate you at least coming up here and at least talking with us and giving us a little perspective and everything of a lot of things.
And I really appreciate you from your knowledge.
Yeah, so thank you.
Have the right title.
Hey, I love being around people with knowledge, because the whole Cafe of Knowledge family, all of y'all have so much wisdom. Like, we can have call-ins and you could tell a difference. You know, like you could tell that it's a knowledgeable family and we all are really using the knowledge, and we're trying to make things better, and we're looking into things differently. So you can feel it's almost like a challenge, but we're doing it within each other, but we understand each other, and at the same time we're pushing and we're getting this justice for other people as well. You know, so just thank all of y'all, and thank you as well. I really do.
And your moms are great.
Thank you, Hannah Green and Kendall R. Thank you. They are awesome. They are. Hearts up for Kendall R and Hannah Green, please. Hearts in the chat. Class, thank you so much. I know they really appreciate that compliment.
Yeah. Okay, and thank you so much for spending time with us.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, have a great night.
You too.
Okay. All right. Okay, she hung it up. Anybody else want to call in? Gloria. Hey, Gloria. Love you too. Love all of y'all. And I sometimes you just have to tell everybody in the chat, it's so welcoming for all. I was looking at the chat, and y'all talk to each other, and everybody's getting along. It's like so much love, and it's just like a big family. I mean, it's like when we're all together, we're having so much fun. It's just like family time. And then when we leave, we still feel good, you know. Nobody's upset, nobody's feelings is hurt, anything like that. And I just want to tell y'all, thank you. Thank y'all so much for all the love, support, the professionalism that y'all show in the chat, the engagement, the embracing each other. It's unbelievable, and I have been trying to I look at other, things, and I'm like, man, y'all are amazing. Chat is amazing. Y'all always on fire. Y'all always getting along. We always getting along. Respect is the key. Love is the key. If we could put a lot more of that into each other, man, things would be so much greater and so much amazing, and we can heal and stop a lot of this that is going on with our youngsters, and it's just something, because I look at these youngsters now, and it seems like it's beginning to be a trend of, I bring their phone back, but I don't bring them back. It's beginning to be a trend where I could say that this person was either intoxicated, escort service, stripper, or the guy was on drugs or something, and the death is not important anymore. The justice don't come like it should anymore. Hold on. Cafe of Knowledge, how you doing?
Hey, Cafe, this is Kenneth Fields.
Hey, Kenneth, how you doing?
All right.
Hearts up and claps for Kenneth.
Always looking so beautiful.
Thank you so much. You got an echo. You got me up and you got me turned up in the background. Just a little bit. Okay.
Hold on. I have an echo, you said?
Yeah. I know I'm echoing like it's
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call you right back. I'm gonna hang up and I'm gonna call you right back.
Okay. Call me right back now.
I will.
Okay. All right. It was an echo. Did y'all hear the echo, family, too? Did y'all hear the echo? I did hear an echo. He said he's gonna call right back. But just thank y'all. I just want to say thank y'all so much. Kenneth, where you at? Kenneth, call back now, because I haven't heard from our man Kenneth in a minute now. I really haven't. I would love for him to call back. But anyway, but anyway, family, I just want to say once again, appreciate each and every one of you. I'm waiting on Kenneth to call back. Kenneth feels to call back so we can chat it up a little bit here, because he always has some great points as well. Always love to hear our brother talk and talk that knowledge. There you go. Okay, brother. Can you hear me?
Hey, Cafe, how you doing? Is the echo going now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, good.
Yes. How you doing, brother? So glad you came up.
I'm well. I just wanted to say hello and happy belated birthday and all of the good things.
Thank you.
I was there at the time when you had your son up there and everything. And I watch him if I can, but working for MTA, my schedule's kind of crazy,
Oh yes, I already know how things are hectic there.
Yeah, so I might, miss things, but I always go back and watch and see what's going on. And
okay.
Only, what I really got to say is, okay, first of all, I want to say hello to all the moderators, Rivka, Kendall, Tansis. I want to say hello to everybody. I watch. I miss everybody. I enjoy the chat because it be on fire. I give you that. It's on fire, and you always know when, we get to,
right,
work things out. We get to hash things out.
We do.
We don't work off of hearsay. We want facts.
Right.
We work with the facts, and we can work with that. But outside of that, all is well. But I'm having a problem is because what's going on to all our sisters lately? What are these people doing to our sisters?
Right.
I don't get it. And then the other problem I have is there are men present. And this is happening while men are present. And then you have some men that are actually doing it.
Right.
You understand that? These are not the type of men that I grew up with. Not the type of men that I know. Not the type of men that I know that go somewhere with a female and, she end up, unalive. That I've never heard of that happening. And I've been on this earth for 57 years. And I've never heard of that happening. Not on any of my friends' watch. A female could go somewhere, they can have a drink, they can be drunk, and they're gonna come home safe. Right. And we're gonna make sure that they get home safe. So what is this? And then you have the guys that they were there, they was friends, they was there, and somehow the female ended up unalive, and there was male presence there. How was that possible? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And you're so right. And what just lit up my heart so much is to hear another brother, another man, to even acknowledge that he see it. That makes us feel good and comfort in itself. And it is a lot going on, and it's almost like it's a trend. It's some type of trend that's going, is that it's happening too often, and it's almost like the same excuses to go along with it. Why is it such a spike in it? I don't know. It's almost like a disregard for the life, because it's a lot of brothers out here that's being disappeared, along with these women. You're right. It's almost like it's a secret trend, secret attack or something, and it's something that we have to get a hold on. Or talk to, or just try to keep the words out. But I'm just saying, I'm feeling like the more we start mentioning the people that our deceased was with, start mentioning when they come up missing, and start mentioning the last people that was with them, I think we can start putting a dent in this from happening, because they're not used to being put on Front Street like that. I just don't know. It's sad. It's heartbreaking, Kenneth.
Yeah, it is.
It's heartbreaking.
It really is.
It's heartbreaking. It really is. And then it's almost like the justice is like, oh, well, and it's pushed aside. And I'm like, really? It's some of the evidence could be right there in the face. And it's almost like it's being pushed aside. Why is that?
I don't get it.
I don't either. It's like you're trying to get us accustomed to what we see, we didn't see. What we heard, we didn't hear. And then we're supposed to just sit back and then let things go unsolved or cold case.
Right. That's what they're telling us. That's what they're telling us. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I really don't. And because before we can get past one case, here's another.
Right.
How can we get justice for one case if they keep coming back to back? You understand what I'm saying? How is it possible? Every few weeks, with another case.
Right.
Every few weeks is another case. It's not doing years. It's like every few weeks is another case. And then no one is getting justice. Nobody is getting justice for this. I mean, some have, but that was at the hands of the boyfriend.
Right.
But them other cases, they're not getting justice.
And you're right. You're right. It's like we're not getting arrests like that. You know, like we're not getting the suspects being held accountable that often. It's like 20 will go by with nobody being held accountable, and then we might get that one that somebody will get held accountable.
Right.
You know, and it's unbelievable. And we're talking about with video footage, or either we can hear them, their voice, or them saying something that's criminal or something, and it's still saying not enough, or we can't do anything about it, or what. I mean, I don't know. And you're right. And I'm just glad that you said that. And I just don't get it. It's a trend. And then it seems like everybody's doing a copycat crime.
Listen, it happens. And you know that happens. It's always been happening. Even with the serial killers from back in the days, we get copycat things, the same type of cases. The same people do it. But it's the ones that have to deal with it in the end. We have to deal with this in the end.
Right.
The loved ones have to deal with this in the end. But they're not getting justice for it.
No, they're not.
That's where the problem is. They're not getting justice for this.
They're not. And I'm telling you, the new trend seems like alcohol poisoning. Every past couple of cases that we have done, they tried to put that victim as alcohol. I said, no, we're not finna start making alcohol the reason why people disappear. I just had a birthday and we toast up and I didn't disappear. We're not going to start using alcohol as a form of the reason why somebody disappeared, and then their demise is justified because we can now say, oh, well, that person was intoxicated, so that's probably why it happened. No, that's not what we're not going to do that. We're not.
Because, even with our people that they go out to a party, they go in a group. They always stay with that group, and they never let a female that was drunk wander off without her friend.
Right.
There was always somebody with that person to watch that person. If that person was intoxicated, there was always someone watching that person. Always. They never went anywhere by themselves. They never went anywhere by themselves. This is something that I see is new with the younger generation, but they don't know because, togetherness, you can make things happen. Like, for instance, me to this day, when I go out with my friends, I don't drink because I'm the one who watch over them to make sure that nothing happens to them.
Right.
I'm going to make sure they get there safe. I'm going to make sure they get home safe. So I will not take a drink. And if I see you too drunk, I'm going to come get you like, yo, okay, let me take you home. I'm going to take you home. I'm not going to leave you out there by yourself. I'm not going to let you get in a fight with nobody. I'm not going to let anybody disrespect you. I'm not going to let you disrespect anybody. I'm not going to let you be belligerent to somebody because you're intoxicated. You understand? People need to stand up for their friends when they're out drinking. Someone has to watch over them. And then stuff like what happened to Shanquella, it would never happen. It would never happen if somebody just watched over them. Or at least somebody that was honest. Or, everybody had to have the same agenda with that Shanquella case. They had to have the same agenda for that to happen. Everybody was on the same page with that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would have ended up so much different.
It was no way that could have happened if they were right.
And it would have ended up so much different. If somebody would have just said, hey, yo, stop. That's it. That's all they had to do. All it took was one person to stop that. One person. That's all it took. So, okay, if you couldn't stop the fight and you couldn't get justice, or let's say you were scared because you was in Cabo, Mexico, when you got back to this home state, you're safe.
Mm-hmm.
You're safe. So whatever you wanted to do, you could clear it out right then and there. In this case, it would be over by now.
Mm-hmm.
All it took was one person, but none of them, cowards, all of them, even the men, cowards.
Mm-hmm.
Those are cowards. Those are not real men. Those are cowards.
They are.
And they've been cowards for the rest of their lives.
They
for the
are.
rest of their lives, they're gonna be cowards.
Mm-hmm.
They'll
Mm-hmm.
never be trusted. And don't ever think because they feel that they got away, they didn't get away.
Right.
In due time, karma comes back. It's coming back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know, Catherine, now they scared.
Oh
Every
yeah.
time they hear a car backfire, they hear a firecracker.
Oh yeah, they jumping out their boots.
Every little thing is gonna make them jump.
They're on edge all the time.
Thank you. Every time. Every
Mm-hmm.
time, let's say a police car pull up behind them,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be scared.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be scared.
Mm-hmm.
They're not living a comfortable life. How could you? Not with something like that.
Right.
Listen, I couldn't live with myself
Right.
knowing something like that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't say anything.
Right. And then you really can't travel because you have to stay in the hometown that you feel safe and protected at. So they were so used to traveling. We talking about the Cabo 6. They were so used to traveling. You know, they was going to Mexico and they was going here and they was traveling a lot together because it was all on their Facebook. Then all of a sudden, when you have to stay still and lay low and you can't move, they not have. And that's not just the Cabo 6. That's to all the other ones who are doing brutal crime. And they can't go anywhere. Not and feel comfortable and enjoy themselves and have a good time because they always looking over their shoulders because they know that the word has been out and is still out and people continue to put it out. And that's why I do it as well. Because I want to continue to keep Shanquella's name in the algorithm. So at least if it's nothing but 2,000-3,000 people see their face and know that they still want it and know that they haven't been held accountable, we have subscribers and people in different states and they could see and they would know and they could talk and maybe their loved ones to know what to watch out for because these people are dangerous. They are dangerous. I'm sorry. They are. You just can't do nothing like that and you're not dangerous. No.
Right. Because like we said, they can't travel outside of their state where they live. Their town, they can't. Because they know. And believe me, it's a year later. Next month gonna be a full year.
You're right. This month.
It's gonna be a full year.
This month.
This month gonna be a full year.
Mm-hmm.
And these people still can't leave their hometown. They can't. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you something. The way we sit here and the way you guys keep it going, Cafe Knowledge, the way you keep it going, this is fresh in my head. Like it happened yesterday.
Right.
Not like it was a year ago. Just like it happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for moderators like you, they would have completely rushed out their topics. It would have been over. But the fact that you're keeping it alive, and even before we talk, and the frenemies, they
that frenemies episode.
I don't care. Listen, I don't care how they did it. You know, some things they put twists on and whatever that. But it kept the story alive.
Yeah.
People saw it. People was able to see something. You gave them something to look at. It makes them think. It makes them think. I mean, it might not have been exactly the way, the details, a little bit this, a little bit of that. But the point came across.
Right.
And that's what you need. You need coverage.
And it did spark conversation. It sparked conversation back up.
It does. Because then, listen, because then people are going to try to pick it apart. They're going to say, well, what happened? Did that actually happen? And we're like, no, This is what happened. This is what we know. This is what we saw in the video. This is what we know. We've been digging. Lauren has been digging. They've been investigating, and they was talking to family. They was going to marches, everything. So you guys have data. You understand? You guys did your homework. Y'all didn't come out here and say, "Oh, I just saw the video and that was it." No.
Right.
And then you have people that calls, they always want to, they want to sabotage the case.
Right.
But we got that. But we deal with them too. We deal with them. We're not going to let nobody sabotage this case. Imagine if we ran with everything that these people put out there. We'd be nowhere. They would take you and the other moderators for jokes.
Right.
That's what they would do. But nobody can ever say that Captain Knowledge don't know what she's talking about. They can never take you for a joke.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, never.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And y'all help me so much as well with all of y'all support, because it makes me more energetic to look and find and just investigate a lot of stuff. And I tell you, y'all are the best, Kenneth. I tell you, this knowledge family, y'all are the best. I'm telling you. It's like a big family, and we talk, and sometimes I don't want to get off, but I know I have to get off. But it's just amazing, and it take y'all to help us push the story, because I could talk about it all day long, but if I only got 2-3 people looking, it's still not going to reach like it should reach, So the credit, the majority of the credit goes to you guys, the subscribers, the viewers, the ones in the bushes that are clicked just to see what you're talking about. But it takes all of us as a team. It's almost like a well-oiled machine, that runs, because it takes all of us. I can't do it without y'all. Y'all can't do it without me if I don't come on or whatever. And it's just all of us together. And it's like a well-oiled machine. And we get sit out there for Shanquella and for the others that need justice. So I tell you, I have to thank y'all, because like I said, I always tell people, boots on the ground is good, and boots on the ground on the internet. Boots on the internet is just as powerful, because we get that word out there, and then people start sharing and share. The internet has gotten so powerful to really, they don't do boots on the ground no more. They could just tell people, hey, we're going to stop looking at these people here because they did some injustice stuff across town or across this state. And people really stopped doing it. They hitting them in the pocket just from the internet.
That's right.
So it's very powerful. And I have to thank all of y'all, because it's like a well-oiled machine. Without each other, it wouldn't be done. Without the internet, Shanquella case started through the internet.
Yes, it did.
And we still pushing it.
That's right.
We really still pushing it. You think about a lot of these news stories or start talking about it after we all have been circling the story.
True.
So props up for all of y'all, Kenneth, you and the whole knowledge family, all of y'all. Just thank y'all so much, because we have really pushed out a lot. But what I can say, Kenneth, I've noticed this, that since we have all gotten on the same page, me and some other content creators around there, and some of them I don't know, some of them I do know. But I noticed when we tackle a specific thing, like we all start talking about Tamia Taylor, Dominique Lomax, and it seems like they found her body quick.
That's right.
We didn't get closure of the guys being held accountable, but we did get her found quick.
Right.
And we know what happened to her, and the family can get that closure.
Right.
And then I noticed that it was all over YouTube about Tamia Taylor. Riverboat. Boy, they was out there and they was looking. And then it had got to one point that they was pulling back search. I don't know if it was for bad weather or whatever, but I know my team called and we was like, oh, y'all still searching? But it was like her name was all over the place. And next thing you know, they find her. You know, and even her mother say they haven't let up. And I just have to say that they have been so great by my family's side. You know, I know they're doing everything they can to look for her. And then we heard her mother say, they came to my house and told me, as if Tamia Taylor was a soldier. You know, that they delivered the message in person.
That's right.
So, and you know why? Because a lot of if she get on the internet and say, you know, they didn't even, if she say something negative, guess who's going to start? The internet.
That's right.
And they don't want it.
That's
so I have been realizing that when we all are putting our missing loved ones or our deceased loved ones in the title or whatever, we are getting a little bit more action far as finding them and finding out what happened to them. But we're not getting that suspect being held accountable.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But we are getting a little bit more faster. They are getting a little bit more faster with finding them. It's almost like,
Listen, because you're putting coal in the fire.
Right.
Okay, you put coal in the fire. You know, right now, we're to the point where, you know, you can tell us that another one of our sisters was deleted and y'all have no answers for us.
Right.
How is that possible?
Right.
You know,
right.
The thing with Shanquella, what makes it so hard is because it happened out of the country. It was in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
If it was here, we would have got justice by now.
Yeah, I think in some states we would have.
Yes, we would have.
And then in some states, I feel like it would have went the same way. But really, because Shanquella, like I really do feel if certain things would be removed, roadblocks be removed.
We know what it is. We know what it is. Yes.
I think they would have did the right thing. I think they would have did the right thing.
Yes.
And it wouldn't have to even went to Washington.
No, it wouldn't have had to go that far.
Right.
At all.
Right. You know, I really do think that if it was another set of eyes, put it that way, because I'm going to put it the way the detective said about Tupac case. He said, we brought in another set of new eyes. I think another set of new eyes, Shanquella would get justice.
Yes.
I really do.
And listen, we see it happen. Cold case files.
Right.
It happens.
Right.
And they reopen those files way down.
Right. And it be always a new set of eyes.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So I do think it needs to be a new set of eyes. And like I said, the eyes that's on the case now, it's not always going to be on that case because, you know, your term gives out and then people have to vote you back in and things like that. It's going to come a time where it will be a whole new fresh set of eyes there because there's no statute of limitation on deletion.
That's true. That's true.
So I do feel it's going to come a time where it's going to be new eyes at the sheriff department, new eyes at the police department, new eyes in the DOJ's department, new eyes all over, you know, and then she'll get that justice. Yep. I really do.
Yes.
Yes.
But you know what also that I look at is one day, one of the Cabo Six is going to get us some serious trouble. And they're going to make a plea deal.
Right.
Again. Carefully acknowledge. Listen to me. Remember I told you this, right? Listen to me. Because I'm good with stuff like this. One day, one of them going to get in some trouble with the law. And they're going to have a plea bargain and they're going to tell them what happened.
I'm telling you, great minds think alike.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to wind up happening.
It's going to happen. Everybody in the chat, remember what Kenneth said?
Yeah, I remember Kenneth said, remember what he said.
Someone is going to get in trouble with the law. And they're going to have a plea deal and they're going to tell you.
And they're going to tell you, yeah. And we got a good chance of that happening because all of them is out of control. They can't stay out. Well, now you can't stay off of the internet. And the more you try to keep them off the internet, and then he run with a piece on them, or either he gonna put a hat on. See, they good at starting trouble.
Right.
And so you are right. And I know you calling it. Kenneth is calling it. He said one day they're gonna get in that trouble, and they're gonna need that pre-offer, that proffer. They're going to need that proffer agreement.
That's right.
And they're going to either want immunity agreement. But I don't think they're going to get that immunity. They're going to wind up with that proffer agreement.
Right.
And that's when the cat going to come out the bag.
It's going to come.
Yeah, because that's a big cake. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And you're right. That's going to get the time off of them where they could sit back and the other ones go get in trouble.
That's right. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Hey, Jalen.
First of all, they're too reckless.
Right.
They like running the streets. They can't run the street like they wanted to before. They got to stay like close to home.